any of that translated onto the ground level? You know, because we've been hearing about, okay, easier clearances, the Environment Ministry is giving out faster clearances now, but 7 months, it's been seven months now, but has anything really changed on ground in terms of, you know, literally?
Well, apparently it has, because I think Nitin Gadkari has now gone on record to say that I think something like 116 critical projects which are waiting in the Ministry of Environment,
but at what cost?
Have been cleared.
No, in the process of giving out
have been cleared.
No, that's fair enough.
And the other thing that Prakash Javadekar announced was that, and that's been again a policy that started off in the previous government, that they were going to put these clearances online, and that's now actually is online. So, you know, so therefore and then this business of having double clearances, one on forest and the other on environment, has I think now been combined into one. Some of that has happened. The other big thing that's happened is that all these GOMs are gone, this group of ministers, you know, which were meant to be only sort of, you know, this, you know, which the previous government had, you know, that was just an excuse for indecision. So that's been removed. So the cabinet is now, you know, seized of the matter, and they take decisions. And finally, let's not forget that 60,000 crore worth of defense projects have now been actually contracted and the orders given, which were waiting for, well, for decades. I mean, for not decades, but for at least a decade. You know, so big steps, you know, in terms of getting getting projects and public investment projects off the ground. I think that's happened already.
Right. Professor Gowda, would you like to come in here? Do you share the same optimism and assessment of the progress that we've seen this government make?
Well, there has been progress if you count on this issue about speed of clearances. You have to ask why were clearances not coming earlier, or what is the trade-off in all this? And the trade-off has to do with either environmental concerns, and there you can see that when it comes to what are called linear projects and things of that sort, there has been a change in what kinds of clearances are required, what kinds of consultations are required, etc. So one issue is, are we, you know, going to go out there and destroy the environment in exchange for getting more of these projects going? So that's really a case-by-case issue that you need to look at. But you know, it's a matter of great concern. The other concern, of course, has to do with who are the people who are going to be affected, and what do you care for them and their rights and their views and everything else.
So that's for a separate discussion.
No, but that all is very intimately tied with this whole issue of clearance. So where I think this Make for India issue, you know, it's a perfectly fine slogan and everything else. If you look at the website, you'll see that the policy in place has been there from 2011 or something like that. So the point is, you know, this is going to take some time for it to all roll out. You know, there are manufacturing zones across the country. So there, you know, you're going to have to see investment coming in, whether from abroad or inside, internally. You're going to have to see, you know, the states have to be on board. Lots of other things have to come in, you know, at the same time.
Sure.
But I think all this, you know, the momentum is in that direction. Every state wants to grow. The nation wants to grow. So in that sense, I think, you know, you can't ask for a better set of, you know, sort of trajectories. However, don't expect overnight results. It is a movement.
Of course, it's a slow and steady process.